the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Badgers will kick it off to get us underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Here comes the jet sweep. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And these jet sweeps used to be plays where you ran to try to trick them and get out wide and make big plays, but now short yardage situations, you start to pack it in tight. Okay, I'll go out wide. I'll pick up my 5 to 10 yards and make it easy and get me a first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
On the ground with the counter. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it to the right. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into long.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They'll try to run it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They're going to give him another chance on second and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
And I like it. I like it a little bit different in this area, and I probably know I'm going for it on 4th down. 4th down is green zone. Especially in this area of the field, I'm going for it. I'm trying to get a touchdown. I probably had that in mind. I got a little bit of a positive gain. Now let's go for it and punch it in.
Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he stopped right at the 2.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that. Now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He looks that one in nicely. Oh, the pirouette gets him loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
With jet sweep pass. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
3rd down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. And after 1, we're tied 0-0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires to the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Badger! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Looking to pass. It's Nolan trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. He's going up top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable. Joe Thomas will be proud. Just paving the way, just physical. They always can block the...
And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over UNLV. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And off to Jones. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall that just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. They'll run play action. They're trying to get to him. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tug the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's picked off for the third time today. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Good route running by the receiver on that corner route. Was really able to make a sharp break and then run toward the open hole in the defense.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wisconsin!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive. He's going for the big play. Fires into traffic, picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB.
Trying to get behind the defense. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Griffin. He's loose. Touchdown, Badger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback checking off.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. And off to Jones. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Clear. Clear. Come on, set.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
2nd down coming up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Quarterback will keep it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the 1. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had a really productive 1st half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop it.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Bringing it back, it's Barry Johnson.
Returner is tackled down at the 34. And your Wisconsin Badgers will take over 1st and 10.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day in the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Wisconsin 23, Ohio State 17.
start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Got his man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Fast motion from the offense. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. He is putting the Badgers on his back. Reminds me of games we called when Russell Wilson was at the helm.
Yeah, and I know Wisconsin fans get jacked up when they get great quarterback play. They don't get it very often. They don't get the explosive numbers with this offense, but this dude, he's putting... And I guarantee you they are jumping around.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Snapped it in the shotgun. Finds his big tight end. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
Wisconsin, 29. Ohio State, 17.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Quick strike complete. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
He runs out of bounds at the 43. Good enough. for first down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Hope. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
On the screen. It's 2nd down.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having...
And that pass picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Timeout call by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The handoff, keep working on that clock. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Hope. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely.
1st and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. To the air, it's Nolan. Looking to the big tight end. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy. You might want to try the other side of the field.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point,
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Badgers! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake. Now to throw. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Offense gets set for second down. To the air. It's Nolan. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Catch in the middle. It's Hope. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Second down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Finds his man, and they convert. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Dropping back, it's Nolan. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. So they're on the 1-yard line. The incomplete pass on second down. Maybe you just try to drive it in on the ground. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he added the extra point. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Great job by the freshman, kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been